Second one is small scale maps. They represent large areas, world, continents, or countries. They are of two types, wall maps and atlas maps. Wall maps are larger in size than the atlas. They are used as a teaching aids in the classroom. They can show general and important features such as political divisions, physical features, etc. The maps in the atlas are smaller in size, but they also give us some information. Okay. Next is a map based on purpose. They are known as the thematic maps. They can be classified as follows, that is physical maps, political maps and distribution maps. Political maps, these maps represent the physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, etc. And political maps, these maps shows the political boundaries between states, countries and continents and their location, area, etc. Distribution maps, these maps are used to show the distribution of definite features such as land use, temperature, rainfall, population, soils, natural vegetation, crops, minerals, industries, railways, roadways, waterways, everything. Components of a map. The basic components of a good map are title, scale, latitudes and longitudes, direction and index. These are the components of map. Okay, title. Title means every map must have a suitable title which tell us the content of the map. Example, India physical features. It's in page number 1 or 2, like that. Okay, title. And political, India's political map, these are the title. Scale. A scale is a ratio between the distance on the map and the corresponding distance on the ground. It helps us to know the distance between the two places on the ground. The distance between 2 points of a map are closer than the actual distance on the map. Okay. Latitudes and longitudes. They are a grid of imaginary lines. It is a imaginary lines. It helps us to find the location, distance and direction of the places on a map. Direction. In a map, the direction is shown by a symbol of arrows with the letter N on the top. Have you seen in the map? Yes. The head of the arrow points to the north. Once you know means the north, you can easily find out the other directions. Yes or no? Yes. Index or key. A symbol used to represent any feature is called an index. The index is an important component and represents all the features shown on a map. Various colors and symbols are used in the index. Example, blue color for water bodies, green for lowlands, etc. Next we are going to study the uses of maps. Maps help us in many ways. Maps helps us to locate the places like towns, cities, districts, states, countries and continents. They show the physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coastal areas, islands, etc. And they help us to know the major routes of the transport such as road, railways, everything. To understand the distribution of crops, minerals, and also to maps are very important for the military people at the time of war and for security. Okay. Maps guide the tourist and their destination. It guides the tourist. Maps are very good in teaching learning aid in the classroom, and they are very easy to carry also. No, these are the important uses of maps. Next we will go to the geographical symbols. A symbol is a sign that stands for an object. The symbols used in a map, they are small over the world, same all over the world, and the symbols give a lot of information. Yes or no? It gives a lot of information. Colors. When you look at a physical map, you can see the different colors, isn't it? These colors represent different physical features in a physical map. The colors used as follows, that is blue, green, yellow, brown, dark brown, white or purple. Blue color for water bodies like oceans, seas, lakes and rivers. We can see on the map blue color they used for these water bodies, and green color they use for lowlands and plains, and yellow is used for yellow color for highlands or land higher than the plains, means mountains. Okay. Brown color, this color used for hills and lower parts of the mountains. Dark brown color, it is also used for high mountains, and white or purple is used for snow covered areas. Beside, different colors are used for political maps to show the different political divisions. Different lines, symbols with the different colors are drawn on a map to show the roads, railways, airways, etc. Next, map reading. How we want to read the map? To read and to understand a map, you need to know the meaning of the symbols. Yes or no? Yes. Used just as you need to know the letters of the alphabet to form meaningful words. In the same way, you have to know the meaning of colors, lines and symbols which are used on a map. Map reading is a skill. It is also one of the skill. We must know the 4 skill of the map reading, and we need certain general directions. They are given below. That is to locate places, to find the direction, to find the distance. To locate the place on a map, we have to know the latitude and longitude on which the place is located. And to find the direction, the symbol of an arrow pointing to the north it helps us to find the other direction, and to find the distance, the scale given on the map helps us to know the distance between the two places. These are the skills we have to know. Okay, so you have to remember the points and uses of the maps, globe, and what is the meaning of map, cartography and atlas. Everything you have to learn. Okay, read one time the lesson. Okay children.